Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and it's been, boy, at least 7 or 8 months, I think, at this point, since Portal was supposed to come out, and you're probably thinking, Portal, what the heck is that? That old Magic set? No. Well, yes, but no, it's the name of the wonderful smartphone app, this thing, allegedly, that was supposed to come out a long time ago. In fact, I think, like, Ixalan, maybe? It was... How long ago was this, guys? My God. But they had an insert that said, go download Portal at, I don't know, some website. And they had to release like a little statement saying, don't do that. It's not done yet. And it still isn't. Holy crap. So it's like a smartphone tracker that's like an F&M assistant. I mean, they'll basically show what it does in this article. I'm not going to reiterate it. But yeah, this is on the WPN website. So it's written by Bill Stark, product manager at Wizards of the Coast. And it says, first look, the new tournament software. And pardon my sore throat, it's from smoke inhalation because I tried to cook, which I should never do. If you've run a Wizards event in the past decade, you're very familiar with the Wizards Event Reporter, I believe is what that stands for. It's been a workhorse of a tool for years, though admittedly not without some imperfections. Yeah, it's terrible. It is horrible. It is a glitchy pile of garbage. My team is dedicated to building the tools that support your business and your events, and a big part of our focus is seeking to improve how... And then they say the whole thing, then... They do this right after doing the I am so confused. Anyway, improve how WER helps you succeed in 2019. We're completely reimagining WER. Well, yeah, they have to redesign it for Portal, duh. And I'm very excited to give you an early peek at some of the features we're working on. Let's take a look. Oh boy, I'm so excited. The player experience. I've been a Magic player since 1995, including a professional career in the mid-2000s. In all that time, the player experience hasn't changed much. Take pairings, for example. You listen for your name as tournament staff tries to shout over a crowd of gamers, or you scroll through a list of... I don't know what they mean by scroll through. It's usually printed paper at every place I've ever been. But anyway, scroll through for your name while that same group of gamers jostles for position to find their name, too. That is the most awkwardly written sentence. Anyway, no one is going to call that a well-designed customer experience. We're reimagining this element of the in-store experience. Results, standings, and all kinds of tournament information will be able to self-serve. That's also an odd way of phrasing it. Do any of these people speak English at Wizards? So players can find what they need when they need it. So this is a mock-up, probably. It's out of date. It's a prototype. They want to make that clear. Of a notification coming to your phone if you have the Portal app installed. In fact, you can see it's the Planeswalker logo with a little P in it. It's kind of cool. And it just says event update. Round 3 is ready to begin. So if you're walking around the store, you're out getting a burger, you're out you're grabbing a smoke or whatever, then you know, you're like, okay, hustle back, let's go. And then you play Soliel Moon Fry at table 15. I love that at least the programmers are going with the very, very typical programmer cliche of making up the most ridiculous names ever for testing. I mean, that goes all the way back to Intro to Programming in like my first year of college. Anyway, here's a look at the design that notifies players directly through their phones where they need to go and sit for the next round, because it does say table 15 and it does say your opponent. Very nice. Just to be clear, this is a prototype. This streamlines their experience and frees them up to enjoy what they like about your store, which is leaving to go get a burger, instead of simply waiting around for things to happen while worrying about missing something important. Well, see, that doesn't make sense. If you're sitting around, you're purposely doing it so that you don't miss something. If you're outside or next door at some shop next door or whatever, you know, then you're going to worry about missing it. So that's kind of the point of these notifications. So anyway, that conveniently brings me to our next focus. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Streamlining your work. This is a bit of a stretch. This has got to save the staff 30 seconds. I'm just going to say that up front. So events in your store drive revenue, traffic, and build relationships, it should say, with your customers. That's awesome, but there's a cost. Their work. I mean, yeah. If you're running a Magic tournament, you've got less time to greet customers, make a recommendation to a new player, or any of the other things you do to make your business successful. There's a lot wrong with that logically, but just whatever. We'll take them at face value on this, even though it's not true. With the new approach, we can significantly reduce the amount of work you have to do to manage an event. If enough people there either don't install the app or don't have a smartphone on them, or the battery's dead, or their phone's in their car, you're still going to have to shout out the pairings. You're still going to have to print it in paper and post it, which doesn't even take that long. I mean, you got 50 minutes of doing next to nothing, and then like 1 minute of starting the next round. I mean, it's not that bad. And I know all the common F&M players at every store I've ever been to, even the really bad ones, they will prioritize other customers over like turning in their result slips or asking a question about pairings or any of that. They will just be like, no, take care of them first. Which, I mean, I don't know if you guys do that. I would do that. It's like, yeah, you're a customer, but come on. You're like a long time customer. You don't want to ruin it for other customers. And you might have only paid the F&M entry fee and that's it. So like they're probably a better paying customer. So check out this little screenshot here. It's the life tracker, number of wins, and you just hit submit. Boom. Ta-da. And it'll just feed it right back in through the cloud or whatever, through some server probably really, into the scoring software, allegedly. So features like this should help. Players entering their own round results means less paperwork to manage to keep the tournament running, comma, that should be there, freeing you up to focus on other areas of your business and customer service experience. Also, I wouldn't have used the word manage because that is a dual purpose and both definitions fit in the sentence there, but I used to be a professional writer and editor. So our goal is to reduce your paperwork, minimizing the onus of scorekeeping, and make event management as hands-off as we can reasonably do. Every task WER can do instead of you means you're free to continue focusing on making your business the best it can be for your players. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, if somebody's going to hand in the results and be like, I'll take a prize pack or whatever if you do win one round, win a booster, you're going to wait until they're done helping another customer. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen somebody not do that. And it's like, okay, what if somebody walks in just then? It takes like 10 seconds. So I think they're kind of overstating this, but I mean, they're not wrong. It will save time. It's kind of cool. I just like that it's very like 21st century, you know, it's like, okay, you can do it electronically instead of paper and whatever. But the problem is somebody could submit fake stuff and then without a signature on the actual scoring sheet. I don't know if you guys do that at yours. Some places enforce it, some don't. You can't prove it. And they might have put in just fake results, I guess. I don't know. But then the other person, theoretically, assuming they have the app too, could log in, check the submitted results and say, oh, that's not correct, and tell you to correct it. So, I mean, okay, well, I'm sure they've thought of this. So anyway, reducing your costs. I grew up in a home of small business owners and have helped manage stores during my career as a gamer. At the end of the day, the most impactful things are the ones that hit the bottom line. Included in our designs for WER are ways we can reduce the costs you incur while running Magic events. Very ironic because they actually just upped the price of boxes at the distributor level not too long ago, so they're actually making it more expensive to run these events. Boy, some of these names. Oh, Russell Aline Willems is just sweeping, dude. Oh my gosh, 12 points. Good job, Russell Aline Willems. Anyway, even something as simple as standings players can access on their mobile device means a reduction in the costs you spend on office supplies each year. I mean, if every single last person has their phone, yeah, and has this installed, yeah, I don't think that would even describe my LGS. So I'm really excited about the changes coming from my team in 2019, and I can't wait to show them to you. If you're interested in an early sneak peek of some of the prototypes, again, everything shown in this article is a prototype, we've put together, come see me at the Gamma Trade Show next week. Oh, interesting. So they'll have a working prototype, probably on a phone. That's kind of cool. But I don't know where that is, and I'm not going. So there's that. And that's about it. That's it for this article. So it's just a little sneak peek. It's the first, I think, screenshots we've seen of Portal. Maybe not. I think we've seen some early ones that looked an awful lot like this. But yeah, that's what the intention is. They wrote this for store owners to be like, hey, it's less obnoxious to run Magic. I don't think that's really necessarily the absolute, end-all reason they did this. It is easier. I don't think it was, the primary purpose. But I think a lot of what he said in here is just slightly exaggerated, but still true. So that's cool. And like I said, I don't think I've heard anybody say anything bad about this. Everything that we know about it so far, everybody's like, oh, that sounds cool. You can look up card rulings. You can probably not manage trades because then they'd be acknowledging the value and they'd have to pull the values from somewhere. I don't think they'll do that. But, the life tracker, that's cool. I don't like them at all. I prefer paper. But you don't have to use it, whatever. And, the automatic reporting, that's cool. The who you're paired against without having to crowd around some big piece of paper or whatever, that's cool. Less printing, that's amazing. I mean, I really like it. I think it'll be a success if it works, if it's not a glitchy mess. If it is a glitchy mess, even if they took a month to fix it, that's like 3 or 4 F&Ms from the time it was reported to be complete crap, people probably won't give it a second shot. Not necessarily, unless like the store makes it almost mandatory. They're just like, this is how we do it. You're going to need to do it this way, or find somebody else running the app because we're not printing pairings. But that's pretty unfriendly. And honestly, this whole Portal app is kind of unfriendly to new players at all. If they're just like brand new to Magic and they show up, they're like, I'm going to compete in F&M. Oh, well, you can't do it without downloading an app on your phone. Like that's not great, because then you don't know what the app does, or if it's going to be obnoxious or pop up ads all the time, or notify you at 2 a.m. about a sale or whatever. And I'm sure they'll do that. They'll put that in there somewhere. But if they just make it like a hub for news and make it like a clone of Daily MTG, I'd be fine with that. And I think they might do something with Arena on here. They might, like, if you like check into an event enough times, they'll give you like rewards on Arena. I think they were talking about doing that a long time ago, like a year plus ago. So we'll see if they still do that. That would be kind of cool. I don't quite remember any other features that this was supposed to do other than what I mentioned so far and what they've shown. But we'll see. I mean, they could stuff a whole bunch of different kinds of things in here. So I can't wait to see it. I hope it comes out soon. I have a feeling it will, probably within a month or two. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.